Okay, so let's talk about this post-credit scene because I'm not exactly sure where it belongs. Like, is this real? Is this not? Is this a dream? But before we get into this, I do have some thoughts on it, so don't worry. I got some thoughts for y'all. Make sure you're subscribed though. Make sure the notification bell's on. Thank you for joining me on this journey for Atlanta. We still got some more videos talking about season 4 coming up for you, so don't worry. If you're here for the Atlanta stuff, we got some stuff coming. Don't worry. But I do suggest you stick around for all the other stuff we're going to talk about on my channel because it's going to be good. So pretty much this post-credit scene, I mean, this episode was just great. I think the season as a whole was beautiful, and I'll talk more about that. You're here for the post-credit. Let's get into it. So in the post-credit scene, we see that Earn receives a bag that apparently is his missing luggage. Now, he's like, this ain't mine, but the guy's like, this is your bag, whatever. I'm doing my job and I need to get rid of this bag, whatever. And so we see Earn receive this bag and he opens it up. Deftones shirt. And I'm just going to say it, that was a pretty good Deftones shirt right there. And I'm very curious about Deftones' reaction to this as well. If you don't know, Deftones is a band and a pretty good band at that. So definitely check them out if you want to and see if you like it. But we see him open the package, the bag. And there's some medication, there's a frame in there, some clothes, all that stuff. You know, traveling, you got to have all your stuff. And as he leaves with the shirt, he leaves the frame on the table. And as we get closer to this frame, we start noticing something. And by the way they did this frame and they started slowly creeping up on it, the music started playing. That was some scary shit right there. But as we see in this frame is none other than Ernest. And at first I was like, where's this white man from? And then I was like, wait, he was in the season earlier. And I was just like, but he was in the anthology episodes, right? And I'm thinking, wait, then that means those are real and not just Ern's dream, right? Well, here's the thing. There's many ways you can take this. And this is one of the possible ways. I just started thinking about it myself. You know, when you have dreams, sometimes you see people in your dreams that you maybe don't even recognize from real life. And those people you believe are made up. Well, there's like talks and all of this. Of course, nobody can comprehend exactly what it is. But people say that everybody you see out in the street, even if you just glance to them and you might not even remember them at all for like a second or so, get ingrained in your brain. And so when you go have these dreams, these like subconscious thoughts and all of that, those faces are still there, even though consciously you don't think about them. Subconsciously, they're there. And so I think that that's something that's going on here. Maybe Ern saw this man while on his trip, as his luggage was around the same time as his. It made kind of sense, right? That Ern would be having this man in his dreams as he had these dreams about, like, well, we don't know exactly if every anthology episode was a dream, right? What we do know for a fact is the first one was a dream for Ern, or so it was portrayed that way, right? So I think it's interesting to note that, because is this man really like in our life? Like, not in our life, but in like Ern's life. Like, is this man real, or is this all a dream as well? Well, I do believe there's many theories to that. So let's get on to he is real. But do I think that everything that happened to him in the anthology episode actually happened to him in real life? Probably not. So that's one way you could think about it, that this is just some random man he saw at the airport or on the plane or whatever, and that's why he had dreams with him, and that all the anthology episodes were just dreams to Ern or the rest of the cast, Darius, as some theories are pointing out to. Or you can also think about it that all the anthology episodes actually did happen, and this is all pretty much happening at the same time, and Ern really does have Ernest is bag. Now, what happened to Ernest in this season? So if you don't know, he was the man on the boat who was very creepy in the first episode, but he also was in the other episode with the reparations and all of that. And in that episode himself, he did talk about losing his bag as well. So that makes it even creepier and points more to that this might be actually what's happening. The anthology episodes are actually happening in the main continuity of our cast, like Ern, Darius, Al, Van, like all these things are happening, but they're in Europe, of course, and all of these things are happening in the United States. And so I think that that could be a possibility as well. So Ernest in that episode, which was the reparations episode, pretty much unalived himself because of everything that was happening and all of that, and didn't want to be around there anymore. And so it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out, right, as well. And I think the fact that this is still following us going into season 4 could be sort of a metaphor about how we see all of these things, these issues and everything, never being able to fully run away from them, even though they're addressed and all of that in the anthology episodes, and there's discussions to be had about it as well. Those issues are always going to be coming back as we see Ernest pretty much come back. And it sort of reminds me of the episode with the nanny and stuff, where we see that photograph at the end, and it's sort of showing that there is still like a whole like circle being done, where you think that this is closing a chapter and whatnot, but it's still going back and forth, you know. So I think that that's pretty much my interpretation of that, seeing Ernest, is that those anthology episodes, they weren't just like made up or made believe or whatever. Those issues are real, and they still have to be addressed because they'll just keep coming back. Now, you could also see it as Ernest being a representation of everything from all those anthology episodes to everything we saw as well happening in the main storyline as well, and sort of wrapping it up together with a lot of the theme of white guilt that we saw this season as well. So more than just that, also all of the ideas that are presented in the anthology episodes could definitely be Ernest. Like that's the physical representation of all of that, right? And you know, I might just be totally wrong and he just wanted to have a sick shot for the end, but that's just my thoughts, my opinions on it. I don't know. Let me know what you think about it as well in the comments down below. But anyways, that's going to do it for me. Do we think we see Ernest somehow show up in season 4 as a ghost or something like that? Because we do know he gone. But do we see him come back, or are we getting more anthology episodes? I wouldn't mind. I know this season was very divisive due to all the anthology episodes, but I thought they were pretty good. And I'd be excited to see what he does for season 4, which I don't think he'll do the same thing he did for this season. He does like to change it up, and I'd be excited to see if he wants to do more of a return to season 1, or, you know, whatever it may be. But yeah, like I said, I think that either way you can look at it, either the anthology episodes happened or they didn't happen, and it's all in Ernest's head. And the reason that Ernest was in some of them was because he had seen this person in the airport or whatever. And so, of course, as I said, when they're ingrained in your subconscious, your dreams are made from your subconscious. You might see this person out and about in your dreams. So makes sense, right, in that aspect. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions on the season. As I said, I thought the season was beautifully done. I liked the whole surreal aspect of it, especially with them being in Europe and all of that, where the episodes felt very dreamy, all of them. And honestly, you could even say everything was a dream and it would make sense. Or you could say it wasn't, because it was so subtly made where it could work either way. So I think he did a great job with that, especially maybe thinking about where to lead off with season 4, which does come out later this year. It's already done, wrap filming. Sometime in the autumn we'll get that. So we'll see. Maybe it's very well paired with season 4, and that's the reason it was done the way it was done. Like I said, I think it was great, and I'm curious to know your thoughts and opinions on Ernest, that post-credit scene, this finale as well. A very good finale. I made a video talking about the finale as a whole, as well as the symbolism throughout. So check that video out if you haven't already. And then also make sure that you're subscribed to the channel as well. We are on the road to 21,000 subscribers. We'll do a giveaway at 25,000 subscribers. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when videos drop, because YouTube likes to be funny about things and not really let people know when we're dropping stuff. So let's not let that happen. So make sure you're subscribed as well. Follow me on all the other social medias as well. Culture Elixir is the name on Twitter, TikTok. We have a ton of other stuff coming as well this weekend. Just testing out some new concepts for the channel as well. So very excited for that. But as always, I'll see all of you next time. Make sure that you comment down below your thoughts and opinions. What do you want from season 4? I will make a season 4 theory video, as well as a video on all of the characters and where I see them going, and just some other breakdowns as well, because there was a ton of symbolism this season and we're going to go back to it. So anyways, I'll see all of you next time. Stay safe, stay positive, my friends.